Cancer, how you doing? Let's get right into it and see what the issue is that you are facing as we head into February. Six of Wands. Interesting. How do we move forward and move on into a space that we're happy about, right? What does that look like for you? That direction that you're headed. Perhaps we're worried about how we're being seen, how we're being perceived by others around us. And so that movement forward feels tricky. The cards are jumping here. Let's see. There we go. Perhaps we're scared of those perceptions, right, that other people have. We're scared of being misunderstood. And that needs to come to a close, right? This idea, the issue being, how do we move forward? Well, we need to put aside our fears of how others will perceive us, right? Doesn't matter what they think. Doesn't matter what anybody thinks. It only matters what you think, how you move, where you're headed, right? The only person you have to answer to is yourself, Cancer. And you know that, right? So why are we caught up here? What's the fear that's blocking our movement forward, our path? Eight of Wands, or Eight of Swords here. Do we feel trapped in where we are? Do we feel like we can't break free? Oh, let's see. Oh. Yeah, it just feels like maybe you've been giving too much to some sort of situation here, and now you feel stuck in it, right? You feel trapped in that situation, and we're unsure of how to walk away. We're unsure of how to move forward here. And we've gotten to the point where we're so kind of disconnected from whatever this is that we know we need to move forward, but we're not sure how anymore. Something has gotten lost, right? What should we not be doing? What should Cancer not be doing? Prince of Swords. Being quick to judge. Rushing to judgment here of ourselves and of others, right? Yeah. Assuming the worst, maybe. I'm just hearing assuming the worst. Yeah. Five of Swords, King of Wands, right? Being in charge of where we're directing our energy. If you want to move forward, right? Don't let that fear stop you. Don't let that anger, that trigger, that kind of sensory overload be something that gets in your way, Cancer. There we go. The Sun, the High Priestess, everything will be revealed, right? You just need to allow space, give space to yourself, give space to the universe to open that door and make that happen for you. You are intuitive, Cancer. You know that about yourself, right? And you know that something isn't working in the way that you want it to. You know you want to move forward and away out of this energy here that you're feeling trapped in, right? But you need to cultivate a space in order for Spirit to be able to do that for you. You need to cultivate a space where you can listen to yourself and not let that Eight of Swords energy get in the way, right? Let's speak a little bit more on this for Cancer. King of Cups, yeah. How can you be the best version of yourself, right? Big, bold, beautiful Cancer. You want to I feel like you feel confined. You want to outgrow this space that you're in. It's too limiting here, right? Perhaps we need to, I'm hearing stop the chatter. Right? This idea that we just need to get away from everybody's opinions here. It feels like at some point in time, maybe in your past, you were reliant on what somebody thought, or you viewed their opinion heavily, or a circle of people heavily, right? And so we need to remove that chatter. We need to get out of that mindset and listen to our own intuition. It will guide you to where you need to go, Cancer. You know that. Yep, that world showing up again. So a major loop wants to close out for you here, right? We don't want to be stuck in this energy anymore. And you know, I see that. I feel that. It's just the question is, how do we get out of this? It feels like whatever this situation is, you're giving a lot to it. You give a lot of time, energy, and effort to that, and we don't know how to stop, right? Even if you just slow that down a little bit so that you can listen to your intuition, right? Meditate. Meditation is always a good tool, right? Find that spark again. Listen to that little voice. Find that spark for yourself. What else do we have here? Ace of Cups. Cancer. I'm feeling this, like you want to take a deep breath. It feels like your breathing is restrained. It feels like you're on edge, or maybe feeling like you always have to be on here, or you're this idea of always being watched, and we're fearful of moving in the wrong way, right? Just again, overall, this idea of how others are viewing us. We need to get out of that frame of mind, get back to who is Cancer. What does Cancer want to be? And you want to be a little free, right? Free from this situation. Look at all of these aces that are showing up here for you, right? We need to get out of this mindset. It's limiting you. Feeling this anger, this resentment towards this. We need to allow space to move on from that, to end that cycle, right? Stop getting involved. Stop the cycle. Stop feeling that judgment or judging others, or allowing what people think of you to dominate or determine how you're showing up, how you're feeling, right? You are in control. The Sun. Yep, we should be seeing all things, right? Allowing, providing perspective. Does this matter? Do what people think matter? No, I don't think you really believe that. I think this is a situation that maybe got out of hand, or you've been in for a long period of time, and we need to step back and reflect, right? Just like that card is saying, that Four of Swords here, we need to step back and figure out how we can end this cycle so we can get back to being the best Cancer that we know ourselves to be. Yeah, break away, right? With that Five of Pentacles, we need to break this cycle, this overgiving, this giving too much, this being too reliant on whatever components this is for you, Cancer. We need to walk away. And I see that being very hard for you, right? With that Moon. Take that spark and turn it into action. Take that spark and turn it into action. That little bit of motivation that you feel, allow that to move you out of this. Allow that energy to bring you out of this cycle and move forward, right? Major lessons with that Queen of Swords here. Major lessons need to be learned. We need to take some sort of accountability as well, right? Recognize our part in this. Perhaps we did get a little bit too reliant on what other people think, or living up to other people's expectations of us, right? It's not up to them. Your life is not up to them. Your life is not dictated by other people, right? It's up to you. Four of Wands. Remember what matters, Cancer. What is important to you? What are your core values? Six of Cups. What moves you? What makes you feel good on the inside, right? Perhaps even listening to your inner child, right? This Eight of Swords energy, you could be overcompensating for something that happened, right, when you were younger, or this feeling of, any trauma that we have in our past. I just see perhaps a little version of you that's screaming to want to be needed, or wanting to be validated, and that's kind of carried through, right? And that's this pattern that we're speaking on here. How can we give to ourselves, right? We don't need anyone else to fill us up. How can we fill up ourselves? and stand in our own truth, right? Gain a new perspective. Yeah. Again, with that Fool energy, we want to walk away from this. We want to be free of this. We want to be light, right? We want to move forward and away from this. It feels like part of you, Cancer, is just holding you back a little bit, right? We need to let it go. We need to let it go. Yep. Those dynamics, those social dynamics are always going to be there, right? And it's always going to be attractive to want to go in and ask for that validation. Is what I'm doing okay? Is what I'm doing enough? You need to know that within yourself, right? Because people are always going to take, if you offer it up, Cancer, people are going to take it, right? What else here for Cancer? Let's see. Page of Swords, right? So interesting. We don't want that. We don't want that Prince of Swords, right? We don't want to be quick to judgment. We want to be thinking new. We want to be in the present moment, right? Not judging our present moment by our past, but be fresh in that moment. What is expected of me? What do I expect of me, right? What do I want to do in this? How do I want to think? And frame your mind around that. What else have we got going on here? Page of Wands. Yep, we need a fresh outlook. We need a fresh outlook here on whatever this issue is. Page of Pentacles. Grounded, right? Grounded, rooted in the present moment, rooted in reality, right? Seeing all sides. Wheel of Fortune. The time has come. The time has come. That Five of Swords, yeah, it just triggered, right? I'm feeling agitated, and perhaps this is agitating, right? But the time has come to deal with this. To put this fear behind us, right? It's not yours to carry anymore, Cancer. You've been carrying it for too long. Heal. You've got to heal that fear. You've got to heal that wound, right? It's time to put an end to it. It's time to put an end to it. That Five of Swords energy, we got to be done with it, right? Coexist. If this involves a person, right? Or people, right? As I think it does here, we need to be able to coexist with them. We need to be able to, especially if these are family members or people that are kind of in your life on a day-to-day basis or on a regular basis here, we need to be able to show up and know that they will be there, but also know that we don't need to give them any more of our energy, any more of our time than we are willing to give. We can stop it at a point. How do we cut ourselves off from over giving, from feeling like we need so much from them when they only give so little back, right? What else here? Find balance. Yeah. How do we find that balance? Where's that middle ground for you? Where's that ground where you can say you feel good from the inside out? Where we release this Five of Swords energy and let it go. Right? Let's see here. Final thoughts for Cancer as we head into February. The sun. Paint the sun back into your sky. Whatever this is, it just feels like a long lingering thing that we've been dealing with, Cancer. It's been a long time cycle for you. Yeah, dragons. And it feels deeply rooted within your foundations, within your, I'm hearing within your psyche here, how you think, how you maneuver with those around you. And you need to be free of that energy, right? Let that go. Witch, justice is coming. Nostalgia, focus on the here and now, right? The present. The past is the past. It happened, right? We can't continue to judge ourselves by the past. We can continue to judge people, places, things by the past, right? We can know better. and we can be better. But we are in the here and now, right? Cancer, that's what I have for you as we head into this fabulous February. I wish you all the best. Alrighty. Thank you so much for showing up here. I appreciate you. We'll see you next time.